Prefab in Unity game engine is a pre-configured and reusable object that can be created, configured and saved in Unity editor. A main situation to use prefab when we want to create multiple object of similar kind of behavior object. So in that case we can use prefab, and also we want to let's say instantiate dynamically in script. In that case we can use prefab, and this is also useful when we created a multiple instead of that prefab object in all scene, and we want to do any change for every scene, so we can do change in prefab and it will reflect to all scene also. So that is also advantage to use prefab. And for example we want to create multiple enemies in different in our scene, so in that case we can use prefab to create that enemy and use that prefab to instantiate that same enemy inside multiple location of our game in our scene. So in that case we can use prefab. Second is rigid bodies type. So first is the dynamic, and second is the kinematic, and third is static. Dynamic is basically used for when we want to interact with the physics and also with user script, user inputs and script, so that we can use dynamic in that case. So for example we want to use a a player which is affected by gravity, and let's say he jump and it will fall down, so in that case we use physics, so in that case we have to use dynamic rigid body for that. Also he can walk and jump, so user input also there, so in that case dynamic is a very good choice for this. And kinematic basically is used for which is not affected by physics but can be affected by user input. Let's say through script we can change the position of that. So let's say we want to create a door or elevator, so in that case we can use this kinematic rigid body which is not affected by gravity or any other physics, but user input is there, and we can change the behavior according to our script which is we are written there, we have written there. And third is static, which is neither be affected by gravity and user script user input, so like wall and platform, we can use static for that. Second is the platformer game, which is a one-way collision platform. So for that we can use platform effector 2D, which has a property is use one way, by which we also have a angle, and we can use the angle where we want to collision, which is very helpful if our door is closed and platform, let's say platform is there, and user can jump through platform to up, but he can stand there, so that is helpful using a platform effector 2D.